It all started because of my family. Like my parents divorced, and some bad happened. It wasn't like an easy divorce. You got me? And especially for me because I am the eldest, you know. And what has happened is that I had no personality. I couldn't speak up, and I was fairly short and obese. I'm still like kind of obese, but it's better than before. You got me? I tried to fight it, and people there wouldn't like talk to me because I was always sad at school, and I just got this reputation that sad fat or something like that. It was bad. I remember when I used to have many friends when I was 10 and 9 before my parents actually divorced. And then when I was like in 5th grade, I remember well, everybody would like play, everybody would like talk, you know, like normal kids. And I would like just sit next to a tree and just, um, do nothing. I think the earliest stage of my bullying happened when I was like little, I was like 10 or 11. Um, I remember there was this thing called dodgeball, and in sports class, people would put me on in the front, and the teacher wouldn't actually care, and they would like laugh every time I got hit by the ball, and it was painful because I was really short. I was really little for most of my life, and I was like pretty chubby, so I wasn't that, you know, muscular. So yeah, they would laugh at me, and I felt like inferior. So that sucked. And then what happened when I was like in 11th, when I was like 11, I had this. I don't know if you know about them, but it was pretty common in Europe that we had like how do we call it? Like a notebook, kind of a book that you purchase, and then you purchase the sticker of football player. The packs were fairly expensive. Like each pack was cost me like €1 or so. It took me a while to, you know, complete this book, and I was like on the verge of completing this book because they were like kind of jealous because I would collect them, and it was like my hobby at the time. I was like 11, you know. So they took my book and trashed it in the toilet. I was pretty sad because every time like my every time like my mother would give me some coins and stuff, some change, I would like keep them in my pocket until I could afford a pack. And that's one of my major memories. And then what happened? I was 13. There was a girl I liked, and I told her like, if you wanna sit and talk to me, and she didn't take it like seriously, and she started making fun of me, and she was like the popular kind of girl, you got me? Like everybody would listen to her when she said the joke, you know? And I turned out to be the joke, and yeah, that year was hard for me. And then when I was like 13, at that time, one day we got into a road trip to go to watch a basketball game. So I went there, and I remember like this bunch of cool kids making fun of my hat. I remember. I don't know why, but what happened is that they took a gun, placed it in my hair, and it wouldn't come off, you know. So I had to cut my hair because of them. And I mean, looking back, like it wasn't that bad, but I was little and I was very sensitive and sensitive, you know. So yeah, it sucked. But what majorly happened was in high school. When I came back to Lebanon, people there were actually very mean and very racist. So when I came back there, um, I got into a lot of fights, especially because I was short and fat a bit. But yeah, I was fairly fat, so people would make fun of me, and especially because the way I talk was coarse than now. So um, yeah, and there were these big guys who like would take my backpack and make it like a football ball, you know, like a actual football, and that's sad. And one time I tried to stand up, and I was trying to defend myself, and one of the big guys tied me up from behind, and the other one started like hitting me on the stomach, and that hurt pretty much. And then one day I remember I got into a fight with someone because he would take the pen that my father once gave me. It was a nice pen and I liked it. It reminded me a lot of him. So it was emotional for me, and I remember once someone like tried to take it and to like try to break it or something. I remember standing up and trying to take it back, and for some reasons, um, this person had a pretty long nail, and he stabbed me on my face, and till this day I still have like a scar. And then I remember that like I thought people were my friend, but they were actually making fun of me. They told me to become the class delegate, and I don't know why I felt pretty confident at that time. So I tried to apply to become delegate, and I actually got one vote, and that vote was mine. So that was pretty shameful, to be honest. And um, you see, like nothing major happened, but the consistency of events that happened that followed each other made my life like kind of sad, and because of the times like I had high expectations, um, I stopped having high expectations, and I started stop believing people, and yeah, it was hard, especially because it was bad at home. Like I don't blame school a lot. I mostly blame like um, home, and like not home, but everything that happened, and yeah, that was pretty rough, to be honest. I mean, I rarely talk about it to anyone, but I don't know why. I thought it would be a nice idea to talk to, like a stranger, but I hope stranger no more. But you got me. Like it was really tough, but regardless, it could have been worse, and I'm grateful. I'm happy right now, and I'm trying to strive for greatness, and I'm working really hard, and I wanna keep the pace. I mean, I wanna make my grandmother proud. She died suddenly, but I remember for some reasons, 10 days or 15 days before she died, for no reason, I don't know why. Till this day, I don't know why I did this, but I wrote her a letter to promise her to never let her down, and to never give up. And I told her that I loved her, and she was my main inspiration in life. And she would always tell me like, do your best and leave the rest. And she was the best person who supported me through all these years. And and yeah, I want to make her proud. Even though she's not here right now, I still think about her a lot, and I have this bracelet she gave me like 3 years ago. I still wear it every single day, and yeah, I hope she knows how much she affected my life positively, and yeah, I wanna live like she told me to live, because she saw something in me like that no one saw before. Yeah, that's emotional, that's sad, but I mean, that's my main inspiration in life. I've never talked about this to anyone because I was scared of being judged, to be honest, especially in real life. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it's a relief to actually talk about it once. And thank you for asking me, to be honest. And it really helped me. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. I don't know. I'm on the verge of crying right now. I'm trying to not to, because I've never like I've been trying to stop thinking about this stuff, but when looking back, I think it was pretty tough, but I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
Hey, so I really hope that video helped you guys in some way. Press this button to subscribe, press this box or this box to watch a previous video, and please leave a nice comment for the person in the video below. See you guys.
Hold on, wait, I'm coming back. Oh hey, you're still here. Well, why don't you check down below for our Discord and Patreon?